Dr. Ada.
Hey,
oh my goodness.
we're here.
We're back. Y'all, we're back. Listen, it's been a while. We have
like a month.
Yeah, it's been a month.
Yeah.
Y'all,
She left. You
weren't supposed to tell the people I left, Dr. Ada.
Well, she's been MIA for a little bit.
I have been MIA. I am. I'm here. I'm just not here. So that's all right. I did tell the people I've gone from coastal Carolina to the rolling hills of North Carolina. So
is that what they're called?
Yeah, I had to look it up because I thought it was the mountains.
Oh, I was gonna say this.
Listen,
Hills. Okay.
I had to look it up, but it's okay. So hey, y'all, I am Takesha Michelle. This is Dr. Ada, and we are here with Parent Empowerment for Everyday Living. No, Leo's not with us today.
We're missing one of our partners.
Yeah, but we're keeping him in prayer so that all the things get better with he and his family. So sending prayers to you, Leo, and your family. Y'all, we are so excited to be back with you today because today we have some tips. You know, Doctor, you know what I discovered? That when we come and we talk to the people, I think we chastise them a lot.
Do we? Like, it kind of makes me feel bad because it's not that we want to chastise.
It's not a chastisement, but it was starting to feel like it.
Oh, okay.
So today we're literally, hey, welcome. We're literally going to give you just some tips today. Okay. And we're going to just give you some tips to help you with everyday living because we are talking about parent empowerment for everyday living. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get started because we're not going to be before you long because we've given you all some foundation. I think we've given them lots of foundation over time.
I think quite a bit to, process and try to implement into your lives. So I think we've given you guys quite a bit of stuff.
I do. But we're going to go further. We're not going to this is not the end. We're just going to give you some tips today. All right. So tell your friends, jump on, check out Parent Empowerment for Everyday Living, share, like. We want you to help us help others to ensure the success of their children because that's what we do. Yeah. Education Inside Out, Innate Health. We got a lot for you. We're going to jam pack it today and then we'll be back again real soon. Here we go. So today we're talking about making it happen, right? Yes. How to be actively engaged. And you were asking me, what do you mean?
Like, what is that? Like, what context are we talking about? Because, as a parent right now, the time change, we're fully immersed in school. Mm-hmm. We're getting ready for the holidays. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Your girl's struggling, right? Mm-hmm. Struggling with, managing baby, making sure they get the lessons, the office, getting ready for the holiday season. Mm-hmm. So when he said how to actively engage in, I guess, the game of life, in your child's life, in their schooling and staying, hey Tracy, staying active in that, what does that look like? Because your girl over here, we're struggling.
It's rough. Yeah. I'm not telling you. We're not here to tell you it's easy. I'm not here to tell you it's easy. Mm-hmm. So, Dr. Ada, you all know, Dr. Ada has a almost 27-year-old, right? Hey,
yes.
Welcome, y'all.
Yes.
Yes. But Dr. Ada also has this full life. One child, full life. Some of you have 12 children and a full life. That was an exaggeration. Don't worry. But some of you have so many children, so many more children, and your lives are full. And I get it. I now have 2 adult children, but I lived the life of 2 children, but it was like I had 5. I think I broke a lot of laws and I've prayed a lot for forgiveness, but I had to get to so many different places so that my children would have some of the possibilities so that they could be the children and the humans actually that they are now, right? Yeah. So listen, so they could thrive. I don't know if you were in that meeting, but anyway, I heard thrive is a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. I'm excited about it. Get excited about thriving. So, but the first thing I want to tell you all, be intentional. Be intentional. And we say, oh yeah, I am. I make sure they eat. I make sure they have clothes on. I go shopping for clothes and for food and all. Yeah, you do.
What does that look like?
But right, exactly. What does being intentional look like? And so I always say, make a plan. Work the plan. So you can't be intentional just willy-nilly in it.
No.
Right? Like, if she was like, oh, I have to go to the office and I got to get my child. Well, I guess we'll get up. What time we got to be there? We got 30 minutes. We'll get up in this amount of minutes and we'll just hurry up. I'll throw something on and we'll just go. That's what the child's going to feel. Because you feel it. Because you're trying to hurry up and get it done. Especially you say the holiday season. Do you know that traffic is currently increased?
Big time. Tenfold.
And people's stress level has what? Increased.
Tenfold.
And it's just holiday time. This is not even regular everyday life, right? So you got to make a plan about what is it that we want to do. I tell families all the time, sit down, whether it's a Sunday, a Saturday, a Friday, whatever your family meeting day time is, have the conversation, make a plan. What is it that we're going to do this week? Hey, what is it that we're going to do for next? What is our ultimate goal? What is our expected outcome for this time?
Is it getting through the week? Is it, are there sports, right?
Right, all of that.
Getting to and from wherever. Yes, you have to have a plan.
That's the intentionality.
Yeah.
Because if you're just, we're living. What do people say? Life be lifing.
Life be lifing.
Right. But you need to get in charge of that. Because some of that is on you. And again, this is not a chastisement, but you got to own it.
Yeah. Control what you can control.
Because the rest of it is going to jump in.
Yeah.
As it's going to jump in.
Yeah.
But what are you doing about the parts that you can't control? If you are making the plan and working the plan, then you're going to feel a little bit more at ease.
Yes.
Because when the things come at you, then you just pivot.
Yes.
Not be attacked.
Yes.
You can just, okay, let me move this way a little bit. Let me move that way a little bit. Man, y'all, listen, I am excited. Thank you so much for chiming in. And apparently I'm not seeing your chimes but I see them and I hear them. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for sharing and telling the people about parent empowerment for everyday living. Let's talk about that intentionality at school. Okay, school time, and holidays. Some people celebrate this, other people don't celebrate that. Okay, it is what it is. You do you, but guess what? We need you to be intentional at school as well. Be involved with what's happening at school. Your children, your child, they're there. They want you there. You don't have to be there in person necessarily, unless there's an event.
Yeah.
Be present, show up, even if it's for 5-7 minutes. If you can't be there for the whole thing, if you're going to be late, we're happy to see you when you show up.
Better late than never.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then your child has to fight. They have to go, my mama said she had to work. And their face is like, I wish I could have come. I wanted to sing too. I wanted to do the activities too. But mama said she had to work. Now, working is not a negative thing. We get that.
No.
But you knew about it. Hey, you knew.
Well, and also, if you knew, plan around it. If it's a matter of being able to leave work just a little bit early, someone covering your shift. I know, here I have a little bit of flexibility, even though it's still rough. I'll tell ladies, hey, I've got this and this with the baby girl, or this and this going on. Can we call a few of our patients and move their time up? Something, it's better to be late than never, but that's where planning, like you said, comes into play, because you can, okay, that thing is coming up in 2 weeks. How can I position myself to be there?
Being intentional.
Yeah.
Right. So if your intention is to be actively involved in your child's life, make a plan and then implement or work that plan. Right? And then so another thing is homework and grades. Maybe you couldn't be there for that event. Are you contacting the teacher? Are you sitting down and checking? Let me tell you, they will say, I don't have homework. We never have homework. And is that the case in some situations? It is. But what else is going on? What did you call and find out, or email, or there's a dojo thing now. I'm now understanding this whole world of dojo.
Not dojo.
Don't worry, you don't have dojo yet. Or you might. Is it where they say, it's like this thing or app or something. I don't use an app.
I have an app already.
Does it say dojo?
No.
Okay, so it might be similar.
Okay.
But ultimately, parents get notifications. I've come to know that some parents do not pay attention to said notifications.
Well, it's hard because depending on the app and your phone, if you have the notifications turned off or on, which is my problem, I have them turned off. So you get feedback.
But you know to go look.
Yes, when I remember.
Be it intentional.
I'm just giving you real life.
I hear you. But that's why I say to you, be intentional.
Yeah.
Even if you have to set a schedule on your own phone, check.
Yeah.
Check. Because it is. You get busy. I get it. Dr. Ada is on y'all's side. I'm not in that world currently, so this is why I have Dr. Ada.
Out for y'all.
And the rest of our advocates of Education Inside Out. So, I get it. They're in the trenches with you, which is why Leo is taking over as the executive director. Which is, why we have all of these advocates, and we look forward to training you too. Let your Girl Scout troop, your PTA know that Takesha Michelle will come out and train parent advocates in your space, okay?
That's awesome.
So they're looking out, they're on your team. I'm on your team. I want things to be better and best for you and for your children. So yes, it's hard. Yeah. Did I forget stuff? Absolutely. What did my kids? But guess who told me? My kids. Mom, you remember we have such and such.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And that's what you do. And then you're like, oh, because I didn't make a plan. If you didn't make a plan, but if you're paying attention to papers and dojo and notifications, be intentional about checking into if you're actively involved in the school. When you walk in, that note is on the door or on the window.
It really is. And so as parents, and we're not chastising, but I see some parents, I'm very aware when I go into my child's school, we have a lot of kids, hey, Miss Delmarva. I see a lot of parents that just drop off the kid and they're out. They're just like here. And there's plenty of information on their door, on their wall, on the window, or sign-up sheets at check-in or whatever.
All of it.
It's there. And so when she's saying be intentional, also just be aware, look around, because I forget stuff and then I'll write it down on my phone, ask the teacher questions, use the app. I had one mom, she came in and literally they were threatening students, if your parents don't log into the app, it's going to affect your grade. And the mom did not want to do it because she was like, just another app on my phone that I have to pay attention to. And I said, Mom, think about this. It must be that important.
If it's coming from school, for sure.
Yes, for you to just download one more app to help your child.
And your apps. So the question is, what are the other apps that you have on your phone for?
Those games. I ain't going to chastise anybody, but you can get rid of Roblox.
See?
Or whatever that stuff is.
What else is on your phone? Yeah. Which one? Prioritize. Be intentional about prioritizing. Is your child's app not as important as the other apps that are on your phone?
Right. Especially if they were literally threatening to change this child's grade because mom did not. And I said, Mom, just think about that. It's the school. Play the game, abide by the rules, because by you disobeying, what are you teaching your child?
Yeah, we're going to get to that later. Yes. You are a representative. You are the representation for your child.
Yeah.
You are the representation for them. So listen, that's the next part. I told you we were going to jam pack today. So we're going to move on to at home, right? So we already talked about it. We touched it. Make a daily schedule.
Yeah.
Be consistent. When you come home today, that I knew when I got home, pick up that big old yellow phone off the wall and call Mommy at work. That's what I knew, right? Don't go in there and just sit down and turn on cartoons or General Hospital.
General Hospital. Mine was Days of Our Lives.
Well, that's what happened because you are a representation of what you want. So I modeled. You're the model. I'm being ridiculous. My mom modeled. So I watched soap operas. Because that's what we did. She watched soap operas when she chilled. I watched Dynasty and all kinds of stuff. Stuff that I would tell my students right now, do not watch that. That's for adults, not for... And my mommy was the one, right? She was doing it. But that's what we do. So if you have this consistency set up at home, you have a time. We get up in the morning at blah, blah. He don't want to get up. Really? There's no choice. If your home is going to run as you need for it to run, everybody has to play their part. Like Leo says, everybody plays their part.
Yeah.
So we get up at 7:30. Well, I don't have to be at the bus till this. I don't have to do this until that. But we all are going to get up, right? Because we're there to encourage each other. Yeah. We're supporting one another. This is our family. We discussed this on our family meeting day. That on this day, on every day of the week, we get up at this time and we all do this.
This is what we do.
Right. You don't get a choice. I don't know how many of y'all had choices, but you don't have choices. And we want to give them choices. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. Yes, we want to give children choices, but we teach them. We are the model.
You create that boundary, and within that boundary, there will be choices. But if you don't establish that boundary,
then everything's willy-nilly. Yeah. Everybody just does what they want to do the way they want to do it.
So unhealthy. Yeah.
And then they get to school and guess what? They do the same thing.
They represent what's happening at home.
Exactly. So keep that in mind. And that was the other part of at home. Model your expectations. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm not going to work today. Why? I don't feel like it. So what does your child think? What does your child see? Oh, I don't want to go to school today. Wow, what's wrong? Nothing. I just don't feel like it.
We don't even understand, some people don't, what you say, how you say it, what you're doing, your mannerisms. Your kids are watching that. And I see that here in the office. Saturdays, I just finished a shift, and the amount of kids that come in, and I'm watching these kids, and they are direct representations of their parents. I see the nuances in the kids as I do the parents. And so what you say, those kids are going to act like that in school.
Listen, I'm so happy she said that, because I went the last family as I was getting set up. Mm-hmm. The mom was like, let's go. We got to get ready to go. He said, 5 minutes, Mom?
That sounds like a mom thing, right?
I said to myself, she says that to him all the time. 5 minutes. And that was it. She was like, no, we got to go now. But he said it, and it was just, he rolled it off just like she would have said. Mm-hmm. Yes. 5 minutes, Mom.
So just know that when you say those things, not everything has to be verbalized. Watch your, Pastor Zay last week, watch your mouth, right? Mm-hmm. Watch what you say, because if you already have a plan, but what comes out of your mouth and your actions are deviating from that plan, plan is gone.
That's right.
It's gone.
It's contrary, it's contradictory. And so a child who's learning, who's growing, they're like,
that exact face. You see it.
Yeah. You said don't wait. And then and don't not tell the truth about something.
Oh Lord.
Because we can't say you can't talk about it, but their faces tell the whole story. So when we're in school and teachers are looking at kids, we know. We don't say often, because we are being respectful of the child, or being considerate of the child's emotional state or what they may have to deal with. Yeah. But y'all, don't put them, if you model properly, then they should respond properly. But and consider this, and we're going to move on to community. When you think that you're modeling properly, do evaluations. That's also the purpose of this family meeting, right? What is it that you've said or done, and your child, maybe they thought it was this way. Maybe they thought it was okay in this situation, but not that situation. What you said, hey, welcome. What you said and the way you said it, they misunderstood it. They thought in every situation this works. So not only are you modeling, but you're also constantly communicating, right? Thank you. Constantly communicate. Have conversations. I used to...
that part. Have conversations with your kids. I can tell the kids who communicate with their parents, because they communicate with me. I'll ask them questions. They feel comfortable. Their articulation. They understand communication. The kids that don't, they're so confused, because oftentimes mom and dad, they don't have the time, or you're in the car, you're playing music, you're not talking. You get home, TV's on, you're not talking. You've got to talk to your kids about expectations, and in this scenario, this is how you would handle it. In this scenario, this is a little bit different.
That's right.
That's parenting 101, right? There's no manual.
Right.
But yeah.
You can make it up.
But then they're also,
right. But they're looking. That's why that meeting, if you have that family meeting, okay, whichever day of the week you choose to have it, have it.
Yeah.
And then everybody knows, oh, I know I can't say that to my... We knew we couldn't say things to our parents because they told you. And you bet not say it again. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, got you. You're right. You knew.
Yeah.
A lady, I'm going to just deviate just a moment, and we're going to go to community. I was in the store, which is part of community, a good segue, I guess. I was in the store, and the mom was shopping for herself. I guess it must have been her day, but she had her kids. They were bigger kids, maybe middle schoolish. And the child didn't look like he was really excited to be there or whatever. And he must have said something like, are we going to go soon or whatever? And she's checking the sizes. I understood her displeasure in his lackadaisicalness of being there. She said, if I was here for you, you would be okay with me being here doing what I'm doing.
Ooh.
I understood that part. But her next statement, leave me the H alone. Like, that's not how you should end it. Because guess what he's going to do moving forward?
He's gonna leave you.
He is going to communicate the same way as he presses forward. The man, she
said that in public?
We were in the TJ Maxx.
Now, when she said that, was it like in that, you know how mamas, you know, they joke you, they joke you?
No.
You better
No,
leave me
and not leaving because she was already mad because of course he was like, I'm ready, you know, we gonna go soon, whatever. It was
I just
her
want to
day.
get context.
Right, I get it. And so I looked up to see if there was a chuckle, whatever. There was no matter if there was a chuckle though, because right. So be careful what you say, how you say, because I think it could now because she had been displeased. The explanation though could have been different, right? And now I know that you're not as happy about this as I am.
Yeah.
And I'm not normally as happy about taking you shopping either because you don't normally want everything I pick. However, it's my time now. You're here with me. You can go look around or just step to the side. I'm going to finish this. And when I finish, we'll go on. In a stern voice.
Perfectly clear explanation.
Exactly.
End of story.
And be done. Without that negative, derogatory, that negative energy, right? To give him another way to communicate. I hear littles communicating
that same way,
like they're adult parent. I'm like, where? I mean, I don't. You want to ask, where did you get that from? But you immediately already know the answer. When I say you, I mean me, and maybe you too. I'm not sure. Do you do too?
I have to be very mindful because my child is in that stage of mimicking everything from tone to hand gestures. And so I've had to gentle parent. Isn't that the new, you know, because the way I want to respond in my head is far harsher than what needs to happen. And so that's a self-correction from my parents because my parents were just, you know, tightened up. But I'm trying to break generational parenting. But I noticed that when I am calmer and more precise and I ask her to repeat it, it hits, it lasts. It's more understood. Versus that.
And you so long as it's stern, right? Understand the manner in which
mama
you
voice.
Right.
Yes.
Not I don't want you to do. Then they think that's the same sound you give me when you want me to go to bed and you tell me you love me. So this must be okay.
Yeah.
It's not okay. Be intentional. Be intentional. And I'm gonna wrap this up and we're gonna come back. We will revisit this. But get it involved in the community. So out in the community, what are you signing up for? Where are you? Are you in bed all the way until 11 o'clock? I mean, or, you know, whatever, late in the day on a Saturday or a day that your family could be out and involved in what's happening, learning. I walked through the woods the other day and I wanted every parent, every student that I ever had, I wanted them to have been there with me. And I wanted to, look at the leaves, look at the so much to teach, even in the moments. Just walking through, and I saw parents and their kids there. So I wanted all of the kids and all of the parents to be there because there were so many teachable moments, so many opportunities simply for family time and conversation. Nothing else. It was so beautiful.
Just enjoying nature.
Just nature, just being out together. There are no restaurants. There's no video games. Nothing. We are just here together to chat and whatever it was that they were doing. Y'all, get involved. Soccer games, softball, tennis, you know, you get to meet other parents.
Yes.
You get to learn new people. What do I want? What do I not want? Whose kids are this? How do I
navigate this?
Right. And now maybe you become a parent advocate. So now you're even able to have a better conversation with those parents at these events versus being angry with them and yelling and fussing and cussing because your child's not playing or not playing well or whatever happens at those events. Not that I didn't go, but I know things are happening now that are way worse than.
Oh yeah. I got a few stories.
Right.
But to add to that, you know, as a parent who works her tail off all week, and so the weekends are really like a time to chill. And I have this conversation with my husband a lot. And he was like, "You guys need to go out." And I'm like, "Babe, I'm tired. And, you know, I'm learning that mind over matter. As tired as my body is, as much as I want to rest my brain, we need to make sure that we invite and we do things to actually calm ourselves down. Sitting on the couch doesn't really calm yourself down. Like you said, being out in nature, especially on a warm day, we try to go to sporting events, where there's, things to catch our attention. Because, when you're around and you're in the community and you're meeting new people, oftentimes you meet people who will add to your ability to calm yourself down.
Girl, let me slip into ministry. So people are meant to be around other people, right? Mm-hmm. And so when you're out, you just said it, and I'm just going to expound on it. Mm-hmm. You meet somebody and they begin to talk to you, mm-hmm. and they just share that one thing. You didn't even know that you needed to hear it. Mm-hmm. And some way, somehow, I'm so late. Some way, somehow, they knew, or they just said it. They didn't know they needed to say it. They simply said that one thing.
That turned, yeah.
Yes, and you needed it, and you're just like, like there's like this car show. You don't care about a car. You don't even care. You're just out looking at it, and it's shiny and pretty, and it's like,
you want to walk around, yeah.
And that's it. Mm-hmm. Nothing else. Just a walk. And the child, mom, this, that, something so random that you couldn't have planned it.
That's usually one of the things that we do after shift on Saturdays is go walk around, see the pretty cars.
And that's it.
As much as I want to go home, I'm going to
look at the pretty cars.
Look at the pretty cars for 30 minutes.
But look at it. It's nothing. It's free.
Yeah.
And the opportunity for learning.
Connecting with the
there it is. For free.
For free.
For free, y'all.
Especially nowadays, girls.
Right, exactly. Listen, y'all, we have so much more. That was just the framework. And we touched on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But there's more. Because Dr. Ada still feels more. You still feel more. And it's okay.
Yeah.
This is why we're here. Parent empowerment for everyday living, giving you tools you can use to ensure the success of your children. We are here to help you ensure the success of your children. We have enjoyed this time.
Yeah.
The replay will be on Thursday. We'll probably see y'all on Saturdays now just because
the way life is
lifing.
But
it was scheduled. It was planned.
And it was intentional.
It was intentional. Thank you. We miss you, Leo.
Yes.
And we'll look forward to having you again soon. Thank you, Dr. Ada.
Yeah.
And you all check her out at Innate Health. You can go to a lot. We're gonna put it in for real. You're gonna put it in this time.
Oh, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all check out her website. She has something's coming up in December, right?
Yes, it is our ladies' night out. Details will be coming soon.
Okay.
So yeah, find us on social media. I'll make sure that you have all of our social media platforms, our website. And so when we try to do events, either inside the office or outside in the community, just to give people a chance to experience and get to know us so that you can understand why you need us.
Right. Look at you. I love it. I am so excited to have been here today. Thank you all for joining us. Please make sure you share, like, and encourage somebody to check us out. We're on YouTube as well, but this is the live version. And we will see you all again really soon. I am Takesha Michelle of Education Inside Out. This is Dr. Ada. Yes. And we'll see y'all again very soon.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Take care, guys.